evening. Myself Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, Government College of Engineering, Singipatti, Tanjavur. Today, I am going to discuss the concept of static members in Java. We know that it's a member. Member means that it is a properties of a class. So we know that the properties of the class, it means that it defines both the data member, that is an instance variable, and as well as a member functions of a class. So when we know that for every object creator, there is a separate memory location will be created for the data instance variables of a particular class. That is a data members of a class. So that we don't have any common memory location for more than one object. For example, I'm going to differentiate with the help of one example here. Let us take this a program. So in this program, I have two properties. One is three properties. One is a length and breadth and area. So in that I have I have created four objects. So for every object, there is a separate memory location for storing a length, breadth, and area will be created. So totally for every object, it allocates 12 bytes. So 4 into 12, so that it allocates 48 bytes of memory for storing data. So here, even we know that the value of this R1 is copied in a R4, doesn't mean that the value of R1 and R4 is shared. Clear? So in this case, I mean, it means that so here we don't have we can't able to allocate a common memory location for a data member. For every data member, there is a separate memory location will be created for every object. So that we can able to so that only we are going to access with the help of object name. But the question is, means that if sometimes we need a common memory location for all the objects to access the particular memory location. So it is not possible to create a common memory location by using a normal variables. So it is possible to implement through the help of static variables. So here I need to code that the need for this static data member with the help of one simple example. Assume that you are a bank manager and you want to currently record how many number of account holders currently the particular branch holding now. So in the situation, whenever the particular object, the particular account is created, we need to increment the count. So here it is not a common, it's a separate memory location for the account holder to create in. So it is the only for the manager, so that even whenever the account is created, only the number of account holding data content must be changed. So in this situation, we can't able to allocate a number of custom memory location for the variable number of customer as a common memory for all the objects. In this situation, we prefer to go with the static variable. So first of all, we must know what is the syntax for creating a static variable. So first of all, we must create a normal. We must know the syntax for creating a normal variable. So the syntax is data type, then followed by variable name. So this is a syntax for creating a normal variable. But here I am saying it is a static variable, so that we need to include the static keyword. So we know, and also that the default value of the static variable is a 0. In C language itself, we know what is the purpose of a static variable. So the default value is a 0. But even for all the data members, the default value is a 0. So there is not an important. There is not a problem for us. Default value is 0. So now I'm going to explain the basic things about this with a simple example. So I don't want to implement complicated program for explanation. I'm going to use only the simple program for an explanation. Not necessary to go with the constructor method and all. In this case, I'm going to create a one data member here. So this is a normal variable. So this is a data member of the class. So that separate memory location will be allocated for all the visits which is created in the class. So I'm going to create another one more object. So for this case, there is a one data member we have, so that it allocates only 4 plus 4, 8 bytes of memory allocated, one 4 byte allocated for R1 and another one more different memory will be allocated for R2 also. But here I am expecting that I need to allocate a common memory location. So common memory location for static, for both the object and R1 and R2. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to make the variable as a static and the default value of the static is a 0. So I'm going to use a constructor now to count it how many number of object is created. Simply I'm going to print the value of this. Just I'm going to count the value of my object. We know that whenever the object is created, automatically the memory will be, automatically the constructor method will be accessed. So, I'm with the help of that one method, I'm going to display how many number of objects we are accessed. So system dot out dot println. So the number of objects equal to as it is a count. So now just I'm going to compile this program. So we know that it's a static variable. Even I also already mentioned that for static variable it allocates only the common memory location. So no errors. I'm going to run it. I forgot to invoke any method here because the result will be stored on. The result printing statement is available only on display statement. I'm going to use the calling a method display with the help of R1 and as well as R2. But here count is a memory location will be accessed by both and R1 and R2. Both the methods are same. Sorry, both are representing on the same memory. So the number of objects created are 2. It means that so what it means that it is a memory which is allocated for count. So this is the memory allocated for count. So once again, you can draw this. So this is the memory location for count. So initially the default value is 0. So this is the default value. So whenever the object is created, the constructor method will be invoked. So there is a object memory that is called R1. This is for R1 and this is for R2. This is for R1 and this is for R2. And there is a memory, there is a one locations we have, means there is a one data number we have that is called length. This is for normal data number, it allocates, for data number, it allocates a separate memory location so that it will be accessed. So whenever the function is called, so whenever this rectangle means that function is object is created, it automatically invokes the constructor method. So that in that constructor, I am going to modify the value of a common memory location, that is a count. So that initially the count is a 0. So now the 0 value will be changed as 1. So the zeros will be changed as 1. So now the 0 will be strike out. Because it is a common memory, this is a common memory location. So the name of the memory is count. So this is a separate common memory location. So again, the next thing is the object is created, the object creator. So automatically it invokes again constructor method. So again, it invokes the constructor method. Again, the count value will be incremental, but it is a common memory location. Already the value of count is 1. So now count 1 plus 1, that is 2. So this 2 will be erased. And it will be represented as a 2. So next time is I'm going to access the value of R1.display. So automatically it invokes the method as display method. It invokes the method to display. So here I am going to print the value of count value. So that now the current value is 2. So that it will display 2. Because this count is a memory is common for all the objects. And same way, the next time also, I'm calling the method is R2, so that so it again it will display the value of so display the call the method display. Here also I want to know the value of a common variable, so common memory location, the value of count is 2, so that it will display the 2. So even if you even with the help of accessing any object at any time, it always refer to the common memory location once you are declaring a variable as a static. So once the static variable is created, then it is it's a common memory location for all the object belongs to the same data type. So, so this is the concept of static member. So by using a static member, if you want to record the common property for all the objects, it will be recorded with the help of static variables. Okay. So here, if you are saying a variable method is a static, just we can understand with the help of error message. Then I will explain the concept of why we need for static method. We know that main method is a static method, public static void main. So then with the help of this example, we can easily to prove that why we need a static method. So no error. So I am going to run a method. So it will work, no issue. But the thing is, because it is a static method, so whenever you are define a static method, the static method only processes static variable. It does not process a normal variable, normal data member. For example, I'm going to use some normal operations here. See, then we can't find an error message. Let me say, sorry, there is an error message, can't find a symbol. It means that, so this length is because it is a static method. The static method process only, the static members only process static variable, it does not practice the a normal instance variable, so that it will be in a wrong choices to implement the concept of some operations inside of the static method. And the next thing is the preferable choices. The static methods are not necessary to invoke with the help of object name dot function name. The static methods are always preferred to call by using class name along with the name of the function. It's enough to invoke it. So that is the differences between normal methods and as well as a static method. If we are declaring where method is a static method, we can able to invoke with the help of class name at the object name. So I'm going to remove this data member calculation inside of the static method, because the static method only processes static variable. So now just implement the so now compile, there is no errors. Just I'm going to run my class D. So it will be created. So there are two important things we must to understand while for a static method, when static variable, for a static variable, it allocates a common memory will be allocated for all the objects of a class. So and next one is a static members, that is called static member function. For static member function, that means we can declare the keyword is a static, static, return type, function name. If you want, you can define any arguments. But normally for a static method, we can't instruct to prefer we can prefer an argument for the static method, and we are going to define the logic of the static method. But the difference is the static method process static member functions to process member function process only static members, and that is called static variables. It does not process a normal member of a class. Number variables are not possible to process inside of static member functions. So this is the things we need to remember while you are implementing the concept of static variable. So once again, I can recall the concept of static member. So static member can be classified into one is static data member, another one is a static member function. So normally, if you are declaring any variable inside of the class, whenever the object is created, it allocates a separate memory location for different objects. But in some situation, we need a common memory location for all the different objects. So in this situation, we can prefer to go with the static variables to allocate a common memory location for all the objects. So, and the second one is a static method. The static methods will be invoked. Means a static method can be processed only by the static method. Static methods only process the static variable, and the static methods can be accessed with the help of class name dot function name. Not necessary to use object name, but even if you want, you can access the static method by using object name. But it is not the best choices because the static method is not belongs to the particular object, so that we can call the static method by using class name dot method name. Thank you.